I'm Doug Haar. I'm the Wildlife Diversity Coordinator with the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. Wildlife diversity is just another term for non-game wildlife, so my job entails supervising the work that we do with all the different kinds of non-game wildlife in Iowa, and of course a very large portion of that is our bird community. We're here today at the Spring Run Wetlands Complex, which is also known as the Spring Run Bird Conservation Area. This is a very large complex of wetlands and grasslands and even some crop fields that are used for food source and cover for many different types of wildlife. And this area is probably one of the most important and largest examples of a prairie pothole wetland complex in northern Iowa, one of the 2 or 3 best examples left in the state. It is a grassland scattered with all sorts of small lakes, pothole type wetlands, that is little depressional wetlands, and just areas that sometimes just have very shallow sheet water over them in the spring. So with a combination of grasslands and different depths of water and different vegetation, we have just a remarkable area here for bird life. This area is quite important to the Iowa Department of Natural Resources, and it's one of our more historical wildlife areas in the state. Much of the area here was purchased primarily in the 1950s and 60s, a little bit less than 1,000 acres, and the department owned that for a number of years. Beginning in the late 1980s, we became part of the North American Waterfowl Management Plan and a particular program under that called the Prairie Pothole Joint Venture that brought in partnership monies from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, the Department of Natural Resources, and many private organizations to try and expand the habitat that's here for birds and all the other wildlife. And over the intervening years to the present, we've expanded this area to now it is somewhere in the vicinity of 4,500 acres in size, with literally hundreds of wetlands and thousands of acres of grasslands on it. So it has become one of the very most important areas for birds in all of northwest Iowa.